All right, thank you everyone for joining us again today for our market talk. My name is Rachel. I'm here with the Prevail Group. We are a local residential real estate group, and we sell houses to save dogs. We are here with some other industry professionals and looking forward to learning more about the current state of the Denver housing market. Let's see, Julie, I feel like you've been going last lately. You want to start us off today?
Oh, well, thank you so much. Of course. My name is Julie with A Buyer's Choice Home Inspections. And wow, what's been going on lately? Homes are selling and listing, and we are inspecting like crazy. We inspect from Fort Collins down to Pueblo and the foothills out to Bennett. But if you can sell it, we can inspect it there. And what's new with inspection? There's not much new with inspection. But if you do want to follow my YouTube, I am giving important information with a professional being in the video as well, talking about home maintenance. So I think it would be valid to everybody. And anyone who's watching and they want to know what they should be doing for summer. Both of the summer videos are up. So home inspection is a big deal. If you are investing in your home and you're going to remodel, then certainly that is a great time to get your home in order with maintenance. And a lot of homes fall into needing a whole lot of work when you go to sell them, simply because you haven't kept up on the maintenance, and therefore you have a lot of deferred maintenance. I myself created these sheets. I have these sheets and I never use them. So hopefully with these videos, I will be at least focusing on, for each video, I'm picking two main items, big ticket items from the maintenance sheets, and having a professional also talk about their, like the latest one was about garage doors and how you should be maintaining your garage doors. So home inspection and home maintenance, you need to get your home inspected if you're going to buy or sell. And if you found your forever home, maintenance is a fantastic idea. And I have maintenance sheets for every season if anybody would like those, and you can check out the videos on YouTube. So that's all with home inspection. We've been busy, and we like to support those people who do need a home inspection wherever it may be. I'm Julie with A Buyer's Choice Home Inspections.
What's your YouTube channel, Julie?
A Buyer's Choice Home Inspections, Lone Tree.
Okay.
That's where you can find us. Thank you for asking, Terry.
Sure.
I appreciate that.
Well, thank you, Julie. And again, if anyone's watching and wants a physical copy of the maintenance sheets, please leave your email in the comments and we can get those sheets emailed over to you. Mike, how are you doing over there?
Absolutely fantastic. It's been a good month again, and things are jamming along in the world of both purchase and refi. So I'm Mike Cohenauer with Blue Leaf Lending. We are a residential and commercial lender, all 50 states. We do purchase, refi, primary residences, second homes, investment properties. So basically anywhere that somebody's trying to buy a home, we can help them out in that end. Rates right now are just fantastic. It's like rates. They're just for everybody. It's really an amazing time, and I'm going to cover a couple of different things. From a home buying standpoint, definitely want to try and get pre-approved. Homes are going so quickly right now that if you're just going out to window shop, that's literally what you'll be doing. If you're not pre-approved and ready to go on a purchase, contracts are being taken very quickly, especially in that affordable range. Anything from like 250 to 500 sounds kind of wild, but that is kind of the starter home scenario. And so in that range, you've got to be pre-approved, because as soon as a home hits, there's multiple showings, and there's usually multiple offers on homes. So we're seeing anywhere from 2 upwards of 15 offers on homes. So you've got to be pre-approved. You've got to be ready to go. On the refi side, it's just, if you are thinking that you should pick up the phone and call, because it is phenomenal for people with great credit. So 740 and higher, 80%, even down to 75% loan to value. Everybody's home's appreciated. So if you're in that 75% or less, you're going to see rates 2 7/8, 2 3/4 on 30-year fixed. And then the people that are going, oh, but my credit isn't that good. Well, this is where it's been really fantastic, because the people who have had some challenges, a lot of times just bad things happen to good people, and things happen to credit. So maybe it's we're seeing a lot of medical collections where somebody thought they made their copay and they didn't, and their credit is taken a hit. Well, here's kind of the cool thing. I just ran some numbers earlier today. With a 660 credit score, 80% loan to value, 3.5%. At 680, 3 1/4, and at 700, 3 1/8. So you can still get, I mean, literally all-time lows with not perfect credit. And really what I've been doing in this end is helping a lot of people out. You know, they can take the money that they're saving in their home and start putting it towards other things. Maybe, I kind of call it a snowball effect. You put that money and you put it towards a credit card, you start to eliminate the balance on that credit card, then you take those two amounts and you apply it to a next one. So it's a great way to take advantage of low interest rates in a home, turn around and start to lower your debt in other areas. Two other quick things that I wanted to just talk about with regards to credit. This is just trying to be of value to people. Every year you are allowed to get a copy of all 3 of your credit bureaus from a website called annualcreditreport.com. Annualcreditreport.com. You can, and it's free unless you can also pay for the scores. So if you want to get the scores, you can pay for it. I think it's like $8 or $10 per score now. But what that does is you can go out and get a copy of your Experian, your TransUnion, and your Equifax report each year. Here's what I suggest people do. This gives you a chance to kind of monitor your credit over the course of a year for no cost. In January, you get a copy of your Equifax report. And then 4 months later in May, you get a copy of your TransUnion report. 4 months later, you get a copy of your Experian report. So over the course of a year, you can look at all 3 bureaus, but you have a 4-month segment at each point in time. Gives you a great way to kind of monitor your credit and see what things are there. You can also provide that to somebody like me. I can walk through that with you and talk about how to start to pay down debt, things along those lines. Second piece is if there's any issues on credit reports, you want to be ahead of that if you're trying to buy a home. So all creditors report like your mortgage, your revolving debt, and your installment debt. They all report from the 1st of the month, typically through the 15th, but depending upon where that day is, it can go as far as the 18th. So once a month, they're sending out that your current balances. Those can change day to day, right? But in my world, we pull a credit report, it happens once a month. So prior to pulling a report, if we know that somebody's looking for a home, we really encourage them to call and we talk about those things so we can try and get the best possible credit score on option 1. The other thing that we're seeing is a lot of the collection agencies and things like that, they're going to report current balances at the 1st of the month, but they report their new collections right at the very end of the month so that it hits into that following month. So a lot of times if we get somebody who can call us early in the month, we can use that time to our advantage to try and help them clean things up. Final thing I would tell you is just overall with debt, anything that you can do to keep your debt to income ratio, well, actually, how about this, your proportion of your balance to your limits. Let's say you have a $1,000 limit on your credit card. If you can keep that at 299 or less, the balance, your FICO score will have the best impact. And if you can really keep it at 19%, like in that scenario, $190 or less on that balance, your credit score will remain as high as it can possibly be. So 19% or less proportion of balance limit, fantastic. Next one up, 29%, and then things start to have an impact on it if you get above. Mike Cohen, our Blue Leaf Lending, hopefully something of value for you today, and thanks for listening.
You're always valuable. Thank you, Mike. Anyone have questions for Mike before we move on? Good. All right, Melissa, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you. My name is Melissa Spiker with 5280 Real Estate Staging. And I don't have a lot to say. I just know that I've been extremely busy. I think the market, like everybody is saying, is really either picking up from everybody waiting through COVID, or it's just everybody is getting their house sold or ready prior to the end of the summer season. But I'm about as busy as I possibly can be or want to be. And a lot of things are still, still coming up. So we're seeing houses that sat on the market during COVID are now moving and moving fairly quickly. And then the ones that were recently put on are still less than 30 days. Then it's just closing. It's a matter of how long it takes to close. But we're still getting houses that sell within the first couple of days, which is awesome. And like I said, all those houses on COVID have already either been sold or had de-staged and decided to just wait for whatever reason. A lot of that has to do with the condition of the house. I've been everywhere from Evergreen to Stapleton to Lowry to Parker this week. So it's hot wherever I seem to go. A lot of mountain properties that are starting to come on for the summer months, and everybody wants to get up to the mountains. So I think those shouldn't be very hard to move. But I'm just doing my part to make them very valuable for the people who see them online, and bring good value to the clients to have great pictures and bring people into the property, and hopefully they like what they see.
Thank you, Melissa. We definitely appreciate you, and I find it very interesting what you do, all your small little techniques that make a huge difference. I love seeing them, so thank you. Terry, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Looking forward to the holiday weekend. Thanks for having me again. I'm Terry Pettit, owner of Max Space Services. We provide 20-yard roll-off dumpsters to Denver Metro and surrounding areas. Summer is my busy time. I'm pretty seasonal, just like landscapers and stuff. So June through, well, depends on if we get snow, right? We'll say November. We're just as busy as we can be. And it's no different now, even with COVID. About the only thing I think we're not seeing on my side is that our general contractors and stuff are still trying to play catch up with their projects that kind of stopped when everything happened. So I've gotten a lot of feedback from contractors saying, I've got all these people calling me and jobs in the works, but I can't get to them yet. So I have a feeling that this is going to be a totally different fall for our company because we've never seen anything like this. So these guys, all my contractors have jobs. They'll start 2-3 months behind schedule, basically. And people are waiting because they're ready to get moving again. So other than that, we haven't seen anything that's abnormal. And we're really happy to know that things are moving again and kind of continue to moving. So I'm just hoping we just get back to normal sooner than later. So, but thanks again for having me. That's what we're seeing on the trash side of construction and homes and everything. And so, and I'm Terry Pettit, and again, I own Max Space Services.
Terry, are you still seeing an increase in your residential dumpsters? Are people still doing more do-it-yourself remodels?
We're not seeing quite like we did in May. June was a little bit quieter. I think people are now, some 50% of the workforce, right, is finally going back to work if they can. I'm not seeing a whole lot of people remodeling, they're still cleaning, right? They're still cleaning out their garages and cleaning out their basements and stuff like that. But we're not seeing a whole lot of people calling and saying, I'm going to have a bathroom remodel. We're not seeing a whole lot of that. And I have a feeling some of that is just simply people not having the time again to go forward with those projects, because we did see a lot of it right at the beginning. So residents still cleaning out, but not so much build.
Sure. Awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And then while I have you guys here, the new DMAR stats came out for June. So from May to June, the inventory in Colorado has increased by 4.6%. So we have seen a little bit of an increase in inventory. And on average, the days on the MLS have actually gone up as well. So we're sitting at about, on average, 23 days for a listing being on the MLS. I know Amy had a buyer out recently, and he's in a bit of a higher price range. And like Mike was saying, he's having a hard time. By the time he makes an offer on day 2, they've already got 2+ offers. So real estate's still moving, and we still have people interested in getting ready to list their homes. So things are still going. So not much else there. Krista, I actually have a question for you, not to put you on the spot here. So for those who don't know Krista, she works with Eon Office Supplies. I know you've seen a little bit of a decrease from your offices, but have you seen any increase from people buying furniture to make a in-home office?
Well, I think that's going to be the trend, but so far I haven't really had a lot of people, inquiring about that just yet. People are more interested in cleaning supplies right now for when they go back to the office. But just so you guys know, I'm Krista, and I'm trying to study to get my real estate license. So that's why I'm on these calls, to learn. But I've been in the office industry for 22 years, and yeah, so it's time to do something different, but same kind of, networking and people skills and connecting, but working with awesome Kevin and Amy and Rachel would be really a dream. And but yeah, I have people that are downsizing offices, and so there's still a need for furniture for the office, but we'll see. I mean, like I say, right now it's just cleaning supplies and acrylic barriers that people are buying, and social distancing signage and things like that. But yeah, but my supplies themselves are down about 50% because there's just not as many people in the office. So I think now's the time to jump careers, don't you all think? So thanks for the question, Rachel.
Of course. All right, everyone. Well, thanks again for joining us. Did anyone have any questions before we stop recording? Good. All right. Well, from here on out, I promise this time, because I lied to you last week. First Thursday of every month. If you guys would like to join us again, you guys are welcome. We'd love to have you. This time you actually have more than 2 weeks in between the next one. So thank you guys as always, and happy 4th of July. Anyone that is watching on Facebook or social media, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and we will get them answered for you. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel. Good to see everybody.
Bye, everyone.